So I've pulled out the paints that I saved because there is quite a bit of paint here that I can use. I've got my value scale and an assortment of brushes. I like using these filbert brushes, right? And then there's one round brush. You're going to have to figure this part out. If you buy a cheap package of brushes at Michael's with an assortment in them, you're just going to have to figure out and use, what you purchased and learn from doing. These are some of my favorite brushes to use. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and start off with the 9, and I have my water with me. I'm going to go ahead and wet my brush, and I have my paper towel next to me. And the 9 is the darkest value, and I'm going to just start mapping in using this small filbert brush the darkest values. Now I might have to put a couple of coats on. You can't rush this process. So it's going on a little bit transparent, and that's okay. I'm going to map all the 9s out, let it dry, and then maybe put a second coat on it before I go to the 8s. And just to keep myself from getting confused, I'm not going to jump around. I'm going to do all the 9s first, then do all the 8s, then all the 7s, and so on. Now I haven't added any water to this. This is still the straight out of the tube. Earlier where I did spritz it to keep it wet, the only water that I used was initially when I dipped my brush in water. So I'm going to clean my brush once in a while so that it's back to completely clean, and then just a little damp to keep the paint from caking up on it. Well, you don't want to rush. And then switch to your 8s, and when you're done with all the 8s, switch to the 7s, the 6, all the way to your lightest value. So I would recommend just doing one value at a time, and you're basically essentially painting paint by numbers. I save the background to last and then touch up.